Hey there, C-Sharpers. My name's Matthew. I'm the C-Sharp Artisan, and this is the first video in a new series I'm doing on human factors. The C-Sharp Artisan videos are all about helping us become better programmers, getting better at the craft of writing C-Sharp code. But I have to tell you, all of the most challenging situations I've ever found myself in as a programmer, and also the worst messes that I've created, really had to do with the human side of the equation rather than a tricky bit of code. When it comes to the code, I think I'm pretty natural. When it comes to dealing with the human side, I guess, let's just say I've had to go to the school of hard knocks. I've made a lot of mistakes. So these videos are about learning a little bit about ourselves, learning a little bit about other people, applying a little bit of psychology, and making sure that we can master the human side of the equation as we strive to be the best programmers we can be. And this first video in the series is called A Complaint is a Gift. So let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever found yourself in this situation? You're working hard on some code. It's a difficult problem, you're concentrating, you're under deadline, you're a little stressed maybe, and then someone brings you a bug report. Often, when we're faced with that, our initial emotional reaction is one of frustration. Maybe we even doubt it, like that can't be a real problem, or come on, can't you see? I'm busy, I've got something else, I really don't have time for this. Maybe we even get a little angry. It really can break our stride and put us in a bad space. And sometimes we react badly to the person who brought us that message. So a complaint is a gift is a little bit of a psychological hack to help you react better in that potentially frustrating situation. Now, the phrase, a complaint is a gift, that's not something I invented. There's actually a book that was written several decades ago, and it has to do with customer service and how when you're in a client-facing customer service role and somebody brings you a complaint, what the best way is to react so that you can quickly get to good resolution and at the end of the day, make your customer feel good and gain their trust and make them happy. But it applies to all kinds of situations that aren't necessarily strict customer service. Now, I have not read the book. I will admit that. I was trained in these techniques by a wonderful consultant named Deborah Reese. She taught me this stuff, it's over 20 years ago that I was first exposed to it, and it has served me well. And I believe that Deborah is still out there doing consulting. So if you're interested in getting formal training on this, maybe you can track her down on LinkedIn and see if maybe she'd be willing to do a class for you. So let's get into it. How does the whole a complaint as a gift thing work? It's actually really simple. So when somebody brings you a complaint, somebody brings you that bug report, even if it's obviously not a valid bug report or has all kinds of problems and is poorly documented, the first thing you need to do is say thank you. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thank you so much for letting me know. That first step is absolutely critical. First of all, it shifts your own mind out of negativity. And second, it lets the person who's bringing you that bug report know that you're paying attention and that you care. It's not a commitment to drop everything and fix it right away, but it is a commitment to treat it seriously. And then the next step really is to take a bit of a look at it, sort of see what you're dealing with. And the next thing you can say to the person who's bringing you this bug report is sometimes something like this. I think I'd like to ask a few questions so that I can understand a little more about what's going on. And that way, I'm sure we can solve this issue. So this is what Deborah calls customer service jujitsu. And the psychology works something like this. When the person first brings you their complaint, their bug report, it's kind of like them versus you. They've got this bug, right? It's a little gremlin in their hands. It's their bug. And they're kind of saying to you, hey, buddy, what are you going to do about this? And it can be oppositional. When you say, wow, that looks serious. Let me ask a few questions so I can understand it, and I'm sure we can solve this. It shifts the dynamic, and it becomes you and the person reporting the bug versus the bug, and it becomes collaborative. And often what happens is somebody who is angry or upset and urgently wants this fix and like is about to go crazy on you, all of a sudden you've got all the time in the world. If you just spend that initial amount of time to take it seriously, ask a few questions, and let the person know that they've been heard, then often what happens is you will be able to go back to your other task. You'll be able to prioritize the bug accordingly and fit it in with your work and just handle it in a more calm, rational way. So that's the second part of a complaint is a gift, is not just saying thank you, but then acknowledging that the person has brought you something of value. So what do I mean, something of value? Well, oftentimes, I'm sure you've had this experience, a bug report turns out to be an actual bug. And a known bug is much, much better than a hidden bug. I would rather have my bug count go up because we have found and reported lots of bugs than have it be zero and have the sneaking suspicion that there's bugs out there that we just haven't found. So in this case, the bug report literally is a gift. It's going to help you make the code better. And if it turns out that it wasn't a bug or it was poorly documented and you need to go back to the person and say, hey, I can't reproduce it, I need a little more information. Well, okay, you don't improve the code there, but there is an opportunity to continually improve that relationship, because when you react positively to the bug report and when you provide constructive feedback on how to do a good bug report, then what happens is you get more and better bug reports. And that's a good thing. Again, you want bugs reported. People even will pay a bug bounty to find them. So that's really it. It's just the simple trick for when you're in this situation that can be frustrating and where you can react kind of negatively. Well, and let me put it this way, where in the past I have found myself reacting pretty negatively. This is the little hack that I use. Say, thank you. I'm really glad you brought this to my attention. Let me ask you a few questions so I can understand it, and I'm sure we can get this resolved. And everything shifts, and the whole situation really does become a gift. So there you go. A complaint is a gift.